The Global University Film Awards 2020 starts right now. Please take your seat.
搭光尋影起動世界，今年嘅全球大學電影獎 GUFA 雲集超過2500份嚟自世界各地大學生嘅電影作品，綻放創意，觸動觀眾。我哋一齊見證呢一場大學界嘅 Oscar， 欣賞更多精彩嘅作品。我係黃秋生。
Films can transport us back into the world of memories. Now, let our young, talented musicians and their conductor, Mr. Martin Choi from Old Wind Ensemble, take us through the time tunnel to visit the nostalgic world of films. As we listen to the sensational theme songs from unforgettable Asian and Western films. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the hosts for tonight, Ms. Flora Chang and Dr. Slawinski Christoph.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Flora Chen, and welcome to the Global University Film Awards 2020.
Hi everyone, I'm Chris, your other MC for tonight. Welcome. Flora, I'm delighted to be hosting this event with you. Now, I'm not a film person myself. I'm an associate professor at the Department of Government and International Studies here at Hong Kong Baptist University. But I know that you're not only a seasoned actress, but last year you debuted your full-length documentary drama as a writer, host, producer, and director. What also impresses me is that you returned to university several years ago and are now doctoral candidate in the field of education.
Yeah, well, thank you, first of all, Chris, and I want to say it's a joy to be here hosting with you, too. I'm excited to be here because on top of my other roles, like you said, I'm still a student, so I wanted to support my fellow students. And having just started directing and producing my own documentary, I thought this would be a good place to share my perspectives, to learn from the perspectives of others, and also just to be a part of this group of people to support students, talented filmmakers, to keep making these great films that reflect the truest expressions of themselves. And also, I give a big thumbs up to Hong Kong Baptist University for utilizing their resources for the greater good to provide a stage for talented student filmmakers to showcase their hard work and to celebrate their hard work and to make an impact on the world stage right here at GUFA.
Yes, talking about positive impact on others, I'm just so thrilled to be part of GUFA this year. These students coming from all over the world continue to be someone's inspiration, despite the immense difficulties in 2020. As a teacher, I treasured the opportunity of communicating with my students. Likewise, I'm sure GUFA filmmakers are eager to let the audience see the world they have created.
Absolutely. Since GUFA first launched in 2018, it has received some 1,843 entries from 99 countries and regions. And now in 2020, it's still receiving some 2,500 entries from talented student filmmakers from all over the world, from 100 countries and regions. So indeed, their spirit has not been dampened despite the many adversities happening around the world. And we as educators are dedicated to nurturing, identifying, and supporting talented student filmmakers. And we're just so delighted to be here to celebrate in their hard work, coming alive and coming together right here at GUFA 2020.
GUFA will continue to promote this award globally, to encourage students everywhere to continue their excellent work in filmmaking, to share their stories, to enhance the international creative arts exchange, and to push creativity forward. Although not all participants can be present tonight to accept our recognition due to the pandemic, they will be using an effective way of sharing with us their feelings, that is, through shooting their own videos. And we celebrate the work on stage and stream online simultaneously to form an alliance of global audiences. Now, a big hello to the world watching from YouTube. Although we can't all gather here in Hong Kong due to the COVID-19 pandemic, this award ceremony connects us together as we take the front row seats to view the brilliant students' films from all over the world.
In tonight's award ceremony, we will be presenting a total of 9 awards plus 10 special mentions. Each winner will receive $10,000 to support them in continuing to pursue their endeavors in the art of filmmaking. Tonight's awards include 6 categories. They are narrative, Asian narrative, documentary, animation, experimental, and HKBU's Academy of Choice.
And since this year's shortlisted productions are of particularly high quality, the voting committee made the unanimous decision that some of the awards should be garnered by more than one recipient. Therefore, as Flora had just mentioned, we are delighted to devote a special mention to recognize students who have displayed impressive talent, artistry, and heart.
Chris, this sounds so exciting. I'm sure the audience cannot wait to meet all of our remarkable filmmakers.
Yes. Now, before we present the awards, we'd like to kick off the ceremony by inviting some of our distinguished guests to join us on stage to officiate this exciting event.
Okay, we have Chairman of the Council and Court of Hong Kong Baptist University, Dr. Clement Chen. President and Vice Chancellor of Hong Kong Baptist University, Professor Roland Chin. Chair of Simon Soon Foundation, Ms. Chloe Soon. Renowned Hong Kong film producer, Ms. Nancy Shi. Dean of the School of Communication at Hong Kong Baptist University, Professor Huang Yu. Director of the Academy of Film at Hong Kong Baptist University, Professor Eva Mann. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Now, if everyone could please place one hand on the bar, and we're going to pause for a moment to take a group photo. Okay, and now I'm going to count down from 3, and on the count of 1, please, everybody push the bar forward together. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Woo! That scared me. Let's have another photo, shall we? Okay, thank you so much, everyone. If you could please be seated and enjoy the show.
Now, the world of filmmaking is filled with boundless imagination and unlimited possibilities. We hope that students from all over the world will continue to bring fresh, new surprises to the film industry. Even when we come from different countries with different cultures and speak different languages, our common passion for film has brought us all together tonight.
Thank you to each and every one of you participants for sharing your dreams and vision through the amazing productions that have been presented for this year's GUFA 2020.
We would also like to take the opportunity to thank our title sponsor, Simon Sin Foundation, and sponsor Media Link Group Limited. Thank you so much for all your support.
And now we'd like to invite on stage Chairman Chen to present his welcome speech. Please, Chairman Chen.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. How are you tonight? Make the light, move the world. So goes the tagline of tonight's very special award. And indeed, cinema possesses the power to change the world and shine a light on society. As the home of creativity in Hong Kong, we are very honored to welcome some of the world's most talented young filmmakers, our future world changers, to the Global University Film Award GUFA 2020. At Hong Kong BU, we have long been known for our pioneering creative media education. we were the first institution in Hong Kong to create the Academy of Film and offer film and video production programs. For more than 4 decades, the university has been offering the finest teaching and training in the cinematic arts and providing the industry with the best talent to help establish Hong Kong as the Hollywood of the East. We continue to celebrate this fine legacy today, while also looking to the future as we nurture talented young filmmakers. The award can trace its history back to the groundbreaking Global Chinese University Student Film and Television Festival, or GCU in short. Started in 2002, the GCU did much to promote exchange among gifted film students, and GUFA would not have been possible without it. It often said that dreams can be realized through film. We are hugely grateful to our friends for their continued support and for the making of GUFA a reality. Thank you once again also to some of the global film industry finest talent who sits on our advisory board and jury. Together, we can achieve great things. So, I hope you all will enjoy the award tonight and also the many, many wonderful films on offer. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Chang. May I now invite the President of Hong Kong Baptist University and the founder of GUFA, Professor Roland Chin, to say a few words. GUFA is so much inspired by his global vision. Thank you, Professor Chin.
Welcome. Welcome to Hong Kong BU, friends, colleagues, and most important, students from around the world. Welcome to Hong Kong. Well, thank you all for joining us at this event, the second Global University Film Award, GUFA. I remember 2 years ago, that is 2018, we held the first GUFA. 2018 was a different time. At that time, we were able to fly many, many movie heavyweights to Hong Kong and hundreds of creative students from far corners of the world to Hong Kong. We brought university students' movie world to Hong Kong in 2018. Now, we are in a different situation, the pandemic. We cannot fly. We cannot bring you to Hong Kong, but students around the world still create. So now, we take GUFA to the world online. Indeed, this is the most international university event ever undertaken in Hong Kong. 2019 to 2020 has been the most challenging year worldwide, and the film industry has been hit particularly hard. Filming and movie making were suspended around the world. Cinemas were closed. COVID-19 is no doubt the super villain of the year. While the pandemic hurts movie making, but it helps movie watching. Trapped in lockdowns, we watched more movies than we ever did before. I personally watch Netflix a few hours a day in the office. Netflix share price is at all-time high. Yes, in time of struggle, movies take a center stage in our life. Movies let us escape to the magical places They liberate us from worries as we immerse in the silver screen. They take us on visual adventures to explore places that we cannot visit. They take us to intense emotional journeys we would otherwise never experience. Great art is often created during moments of chaos and uncertainty. In a few years' time, when we look back at the social unrest and the pandemic, I'm sure we will find that this is an era of profound creativity. During this moment of chaos, we at Hong Kong BU is also playing a role to unleash young people's creativity. Our students have produced music videos that were dedicated to our frontline medical workers. Our Academy of Film has engaged high school students to produce short films and animation that reflect their thoughts, express their emotions, release their anguish, and proclaim their hopes. We are also excited to have world-renowned Hong Kong actor, Mr. Anthony Wong Chau Sung, as the ambassador of this year's GUFA. As one of the Hong Kong's most famous stars, Anthony has contributed in the local and international scene for more than 3 decades. He has won a host of film awards, including Hong Kong Film Awards for Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor, and a Golden Murray Award for Outstanding Achievement. Anthony is also a great supporter of Hong Kong BU and our Academy of Film. He played the role of a disabled middle-aged man, pro bono, in the award-winning film Still Human, which was directed by a first-time director, which happened to be our alumni, Mrs. Oliver Chen Xiugyun. Also, special thanks go to Ms. Sylvia Chen, Zhang Aija, Ms. Anne Hui, Hui Anhua, Mr. Johnnie To, Do Keifeng. We greatly appreciate all your continued support of our Academy of Film, and we honor of your presence here. I would also like to express my gratitude to the Simon Xun Foundation and the Media Link Group Limited for supporting this event. Your continued support is much appreciated. Last but not least, thank you to all your colleagues, students, staff here at Hong Kong BU. Your hard work has made this event possible. Please enjoy the event and have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Chen. Thank you so much. Thank you. And now we'd like to invite celebrated Hong Kong film producer, Ms. Nansen Shi, to share her thoughts. Ms. Shi?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to the Baptist University for inviting me to chair the jury for the Gold Award this year. If you like films as much as I do, you understand what I mean when I say, I think films have a very special language. It speaks to your heart. It overcomes cultural differences, language barriers. The films you love just speaks to you. Not so long ago, filmmaking was a rather expensive exercise. But nowadays, there are many tools and devices which makes filmmaking much more accessible. I think it's also rather tempting for young filmmakers to want to demonstrate their skills with these tools and devices. And in the end, maybe a little bit more focused on form rather than content. So this I have to say to the young filmmakers. Never forget your original intention. Never forget the stories you so passionately wanted to tell. Never forget the message you wanted to share. Always remember to speak from your heart, and then you touch the hearts of others. So once again, thank you, Baptist University, for hosting these awards. Thank you to my fellow jury members for a most interesting deliberation. But most of all, thank you to all the young filmmakers who submitted their films to this festival. To them, I wish them, keep shooting your films. Keep shooting for the stars. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Shi. All right, Flora, shall we begin tonight's awards presentation?
Absolutely. Let's start giving out those awards, shall we? Our first award for the evening is Best Script in the category of Narrative and Asian Narrative. A good script is a foundation to a good film. So it needs to encompass all of the necessary ingredients, a good plot structure, enough words and actions to leave room for the director's interpretation, intricate characters that the audience can empathize with, and things like that, which will empower the director to work his or her magic to bring alive the totality of the film, which in the end may have illuminated something for the audience.
And on that note, our first award presenters are Dr. Clement Chang and Ms. Chloe Sin. Dr. Chang is a public-spirited and distinguished industrialist who has made great contributions to the business sector and the community. And Ms. Chloe Sin, chair of the Simon Sin Foundation, is devoted to promoting arts and culture. And as an active member of numerous educational institutions, Ms. Sin advocates a holistic approach to learning and teaching.
We understand that Ms. Sun's foundation has given many generous contributions to GUFA from the very beginning. And so we'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Sun Foundation and the Sun family. A round of applause. Please welcome Dr. Chen and Ms. Sun.
Wow. Chloe, we are here to present the very first award of GUFA 2020.
Yes, Clement. It's an absolute delight to view all the brilliant films by young filmmakers from all over the world. Now is really the time when the world needs positive energy and the unfailing passion for things that we love.
Definitely. As the first award to be presented, the best script calls for pretty much what we can find during challenging times, like a collage of human emotion, intertwining of convention and creativity, and of course, interplay of human fears and courage.
Yes, and a good script really connects the audience. The success of a script lies in its ability to establish a dialogue with its people, speaking the words of anger, hatred, bitterness, sadness, but also the words of love, comfort, hope, and redemption.
Absolutely. Now let's take a look at the nominees of the best script, shall we?
Yep.
Best Script. FEO, Lebanon, Lebanese University. Director and writer, Jean-Pierre Adéan. Cristela, Belgium, Lucas School of Arts. Director and writer, June Laka.
Hain nengoen hurbil, bere sokazko ilea ikusi ahal izan nuela. Bapatean, olatu bat iritsi zen. Uretara bueltaka murgildu ninduen. Eta urtrago handi bat hartu nuen.
Prelude, Germany, University of Television and Film, Munich. Director, Diego Oliver. Writer, Louisa Nurker. Shadows in a Frame, Lebanon, Lebanese University. Director and writer, Eli Barakat. Slaughter, Iran. University of Applied Science and Technology, Art and Culture of Sanandaj. Director and writer, Saman Holsonpour, Akosan Karami. The Last Children in Paradise, Germany. University of Television and Film, Munich. Director, Anna Roller. Writer, Anna Roller, Walter Worth. Touch, South Korea. Korea National University of Arts. Director and writer, Mi-ji Lee.
아, 현지야, 엄마 이런 거 싫어하는데. 현지야, 엄마 예뻐? 예뻐.
Within Me, Poland. Gdynia Film School. Director and writer, Maria Wider.
I tak się nie nadajesz na ojca, nawet nie skręciłeś tego jebanego łóżeczka.
The winner goes to The Last Children in Paradise by Anna Roller from University of Television and Film, Munich, Germany.
สอนเล่นไหมครับ
Hello, Global University Film Awards. My name is Anna Rolla. I'm the director of the film The Last Children in Paradise. We are really happy and honored that our film won Best Script. Thank you very much. Thank you to Wouter Wirth, who wrote the script together with me, and to Viola Schmidt, who developed the story. I'm sitting here in Munich in my room because I'm actually in quarantine, so I can't even leave the house, but I still wanted to give you a little insight in my film school. This film was my third year project at the University of Television and Film. We have 5 different departments. It's script writing, directing fiction, directing documentaries, production, screenplay, and cinematography. I'm studying directing fictional films, and in my curriculum I have to make 4 movies. In the first year it's 10 minutes, black and white, and with 3 shooting days. And when I did it, we even had to shoot it on 16mm film, but now it's digital.
Kann ich Licht anmachen?
The second year film is up to 20 minutes in color, and we have 5 shooting days.
Juno.
And the third year film can be 30 minutes or longer, and we have 10 shooting days.
Du bist nicht die Oma!
Like The Last Children in Paradise. The university is right in the heart of Munich's museum district between the old Pinakothek and the Pinakothek of Modern Art.
Because of the COVID-19 situation, the school looks like this right now. But normally we have a big open-air screening in the summer, where we show all the student projects. Each year, a new set is being built in the studio, and the students can shoot their exercises there. We have lecturers from all over the world, like Werner Herzog, Kenneth Lonergan, or Ruben Östlund. And the Munich Film Fest and the Film School Fest screen their films in our cinemas. But for now, most of the classes are online.
And although, of course, everyone gives their best, we are all looking forward to go back on set. Bye.
Congratulations to the award winners, and thank you, Dr. Chang and Ms. Shen.
The next category is in the category of documentary, which includes Best Documentary and one special mention. You know what, Chris? This category, if I had known about it, I would have submitted my own documentary on the true purpose of education.
That sounds really meaningful, Flora. Since you're currently producing your second documentary, I definitely think you should submit your entry for next year's GUFA.
I would definitely think about that. Thank you so much. I will. Documentary filmmakers capture real-life events about real-life characters telling real stories, and sometimes that takes real guts. Events are interpreted in line with the director's perspective, as directors unveil the truth before the very eyes of the audience with his or her dedication to portray reality as it is.
This explains why we have the following award presenters for documentary film: Mr. Michael Chigani and Ms. Nicole Ji-Ho-Ying. Mr. Chigani is a renowned political journalist who has worked both in Hong Kong and the States, many years in Washington, D.C., in fact, and he's been covering political news for South China Morning Post and the Hong Kong Economic Journal.
And Ms. Ji, a Hong Kong director and producer, has earned her MFA from the Academy of Film and Hong Kong Baptist University. Her short film, 3 Generations, 3 Days, won the Best Director at the 13th Fresh Wave International Short Film Festival, as well as the Best Live Action Short Film at the 56th Golden Horse Awards. Ms. Ji herself is also a documentary filmmaker. Please welcome Mr. Chigani and Ms. Ji.
I'm really terrible at reading these cue cards, so I'll try and follow it as much as I can. We're talking about documentaries, so some people say generations come and go, but there will always be things that will remain, Nicole.
Yeah, like family ties, heritage, justice, and truth.
Well, even when some argue that these changes with the times, we believe that they will reappear in other forms.
Yes, as long as the human race is still around.
Well, very likely, I think how we can engage society is through documentary. Now, I'm not going to follow the cue cards a little bit. I've done some documentaries myself. I never won any prizes, but congratulate the person who will win tonight. You know, documentaries are important. They touch your lives, and they communicate with you. They're informative. They tell you things. Sometimes documentaries make you feel emotional, sometimes they make you cry, sometimes they make you laugh, but they really touch your hearts.
Yeah, so I guess that's why documentary masterpieces are so powerful. And I'm sure that the last chapter of one man's story is the beginning of another, like they just keep going.
So I hope all of you out there, all the audience out there, remember the values that we have in life and never forget them.
Yes, and I'm sure our GUFA contestants are as eager as you. And so now, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at this year's nominees for documentary category.
Documentary. Beyond the Fence, Iran. Art University of Isfahan. Armangol Pordeshtaki.
به فوتبال الان دختر نمیدونم یه حس غریبه فوتبال خودش رو دوست نداره فقط دوست داره مثلا دیده بشه و باش دوستش داشته باشن و
Hear their heartbeats. Turkey. Marmara University. Balkan Güney İKA.
Annelerden ve meydanlardan korkanlar Arjantin'de, Şili'de kaybettiler. Türkiye'de de kaybedecekler.
Mama Mania. Netherlands. Hogeschool voor de Kunsten, University of the Arts, Utrecht. Vincent Sparboom.
Dan voor die hallo.
Ja, het helpt wel.
Ja. Wat rustiger of zo.
Ja, gewoon om ook zeker te zijn. En jij bent zeker rustiger.
Mothers. Belgium. INSAS. Hippolyte Lebevinci.
Quand je fume du hache, ça me donne pas de flash. J'ai peur de devenir folle. Toutes les nuits je rêve qu'on me viole. Moi qui suis sage comme une image. Je sens que je dégringue.
Olo Blanco. Germany. University of Television and Film, Munich. Gisela Cabajal Rodriguez.
No puede haber ni salina, no puede haber animales, no puede haber nada. Sería todo un campo desierto perdido.
The Sons of Silence. Venezuela. University of the Andes. Anthony Xavier. Unique. Serbia. Faculty of Dramatic Arts in Belgrade. Nikola Polic. Village in the Sky, India. Film and Television Institute of India. Ramesh Laxman Rao Hobali.
And the special mentions of documentaries go to The Sons of Silence, Anthony Xavier.
Okay, now next is the best documentary. And let's see who's got that. Mothers, and it's from Belgium, and it's Hippolyte Lebofovich.
Peu importe qui tu es, si t'es pas toi, ça n'ira pas. Non mais c'est vrai, Kimi, c'est comme ça que ça marche. Tu veux être heureux ou heureuse, tu dois être toi.
Good evening, Hong Kong. This is Christian Fry in Zurich. We, the jurors for documentary short, that was Angie, Woon, Larry, Stanislav, Michael and myself, we really enjoyed watching the 8 finalists. Strong, well-crafted movies, all of them. Congratulations. We had a passionate, a lively, a cooperative, a very lovely discussion. Let me begin with the special mention, The Song of Silence by Anthony Javier. It's a highly original documentary that boldly experiments with cinematic language and documentary film form to provide a brave and poetic vision of the alienation and despair experienced by 2 young Venezuelans in the face of an oppressive socio-political situation. Anthony Javier is a highly talented filmmaker with a unique cinematic vision. Now the winner, we reached an anonymous decision actually very easily. It was obvious that we all feel very passionate about one film. Mothers by Hippolyte Leibovici. Congratulations, Mothers is an exquisitely crafted documentary that presents a highly engaging and touching portrait of a multi-generational group of gay cross-dressing performers who, through their conversations, draw us inexorably into the depth of their emotionally conflicted inner worlds. The movie, crafted in a distinctly original and intimate cinematic style, is authentic, powerful, full of passion. One cannot watch this movie without developing a deep sense of empathy for its characters and their emotional situations. Hippolyte Leibovici has produced a film that is an exceptional cinematic and documentary tour de force, and we very much look forward to seeing more of his creative work in the future.
Hello GUFAs, thank you a lot for this amazing award. It means a lot to me. I would like to thank my team, of course, and I would like to thank the 4 characters that you could have discovered in the film. Thank you a lot. This film has been shooted in the event of my 3rd graduation year. This school allowed me to meet the person with who I work today and with who I hope I will work all my life. And for this film in particularly, the professors, the teachers helped me through the choice of documentary or fiction. Without them, I think it would have been a fiction, and with them, and I thank them for that, it is finally a documentary. They pushed me to do it because I knew the characters, I knew the environment. I've been working with those persons for 1 year, so they knew me and they encouraged me to make a documentary. So I really shall thank the school and my teachers for this film. As you may know, Brussels is a wonderful city. It's the capital of Europe, and by night we are a lot of drinkers, because Brussels is reputed for its beers. And alcohol, I think, helped with the documentary aspect of a film, because it helps you speak within a more easily way to communicate with others that you may not know for the moment. And here, the film is take place in a cabaret, and I think Brussels is one of the biggest city for cabarets, with a Cabaret Mademoiselle and everything. There is also Chez Maman. So yeah, you shall come and visit Brussels if you want to fall in love with our culture. To make that film, we have kind of a deal with the drag queens. When I decided that I wanted to make a documentary of them, they said to me, okay, we will do a film with you, but first you have to become a drag queen. And that's what I did, and I really enjoyed it. And I think it was a necessary thing to make a documentary. It was not a difficulty to me, it was more of an achievement to finally become a drag queen, to finally become what they are. And I think it was a good part of making this film. It was an easy point for me, and yeah, that's what I like in documentary. You can't cheat. You have to do, you have to think, you have to act, and yeah, it was a great thing to do.
Hello everyone, I'm Julian, I'm the DOP for Mothers, and I would like to say thanks a lot for these awards. So first I would like to say sorry because my English is not so good. I'm very happy for this award because it was not so easy to film that, and it was a lot of preparation to know how we can film them, to film these drag queens, because we were with 2 cameras, with a lot of mirrors, because we wanted to feel the spectator feel with us. And so I'm sure it will make happy Hippolyte, the director, and I'm sure he is very proud of the technical team, and we are very proud of him also. So thanks a lot, and I'm sure Hippolyte want to kiss you.
So I guess that's it for me. I would like again to thank you a lot, and I really mean it. I really mean thank you, because this film allowed me so much things that I hadn't in my previous life. So thank again to my team, thank again to my teacher, and thanks again to my famous and absolutely beautiful characters. Love you all.
Chris, I don't know about you, but to me as a parent, animated films have made an impact on my daughter's life beyond its entertainment value. As a gifted artist, the themes and drawings behind her work has been inspired by so many great animated films with important messages about humanity.
That's amazing. You know what? I love watching animated films with my 4-year-old daughter.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely makes us closer. And what's more, I'm surprised that I enjoy it as much as she does. Maybe even more, in fact. This helps me recognize that we should never underestimate the impact that an animated film can have on both children and adults.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and with audiences getting more sophisticated, with technological advancements and tech-savvy filmmakers, I mean, there's just a whole new world of realism and wonder for animated films.
Well said. Now, coming to our 4th and 5th awards for tonight, animation, of which we have one special mention. We are delighted to introduce our next presenters, Mr. Peter Benz and Dr. Mateja Kovacic. Mr. Benz, from Germany, is a designer. He taught at the Bauhaus School of Design in Germany, and he's a founding teacher at the Academy of Visual Arts of Hong Kong Baptist University.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Kovacic is from Croatia, who joined the Academy of Film of Hong Kong Baptist University this year. Her research expertise is on Japanese animation art and critical studies. Please welcome our award presenters.
Hello, Peter. Nice to see you here tonight.
Good evening, Mateja.
Good evening to you too. What kind of things are you looking for when you're choosing which animations to watch?
Well, to me, the storyline makes the difference.
Interesting. For me, it's the technical aspects.
Well, it seems our different views are also reflected in the audience comments.
It'd be interesting to hear what they say.
Well, for example, I have been watching so many animated films during the lockdown. So far, this one is the best. Or, it's heart-melting. Thank you.
Wow. What else do they say?
Or, I don't get it. But it's cool.
That one is unique, isn't it? Okay. Well, the power of animated short films lies in their ability to transcend culture, space, and time, doesn't it?
And I appreciate that they do so in a concise and to-the-point way. I believe that makes the particular format so interesting.
Yes, and it is this adventurous mindset that leads us to creating more quality animated films. Now, shall we take a look at the nominees in the animated short film category?
We shall.
Animation. Afterglow. Costa Rica. Universidad Veritas. Ariana Bolaños Guevara.
Dentro de la carpeta había muchos dibujos, algunos de mí.
Battle Royal. France. École Georges Méliès. Megan Laparche. Kevin Langouet. Megan Marino. Agatha Ravenant. Fanny Robert Dumas. Grandpa's favorite origami. United States. Rhode Island School of Design. Yihan Wan.
你娘子呢？最赖了。
一只猴子。
宝宝，侬对叔叔可以一起咋？
捏着我手，两只。哦，还有一只猴子宝宝啊。
Kim. France. Pole 3D. Lucas Lemon. Simon Krieger. Mathilde Dugardin. Simon Amaya. Antoine de Priest. Tibor Collin. Limbo. Myanmar. Yangon Film School. Solid Depot. Nanwin Mea. Weso Jesso.
အဲ့အတောင်ကျွန်မစဉ်းစားရင်ကျွန်မဦးလေးဖြစ်နေတာဒီလိုဖြစ်ဆိုသူကသူ့မိန်းမသူပြောပြပြီးသားသူ့မိန်းမလည်းသိတယ်မိန်းမလာရင်ကျွန်မပတ်စံ1000လာပေးသွား
No Graffiti. France. Supervocum Rubica. Charlene Parasot. Jeremy Cisse. Fioretta Caterina Cosmides. Claude Elie Estrada. Maud Limitra Blanchard. Ludovic Abraham. Stuffed. France. Superfocum Rubica. Elise Simolin. Edouard Hoot. Clotilde Bonata. Anna Komarami. Marissa Divara Pisotto. Helena Bastioni. The Bolt Connection. France. Superfocum Rubica. Nicolas Lebar. Claire Cartier. Mathilde Durdy. Thibaut Granenberger. Marine Lassalle. Shi Ho Pan.
Ladies and gentlemen, a special mention of animated short film goes to The Bolt Connection. Nicolas Lebas, Claire Cartier, Mathilde Thibaut Cronenberger, Maureen Leclerc, and Shi Hoi Pan.
Wonderful. Shall we move on to the next award, the Best Animated Short Film?
Sure, presently. Ladies and gentlemen, Best Animated Short Film goes to, and I have the honor again.
I'm making him doing all the work.
No Gravity. Charline Parisot, Jérémy Bouvet, Fioretta Catarina Cosmides, Flore Allier Estrada, Maud Lemaitre Blanchard, and Ludovic.
Hello, I'm Max Howard. I'm the chair of the Global University Film Awards animation section. First of all, big thank you to my fellow jurors. We had a fantastic selection of films from which to choose. And here's our process. What we did first of all was everybody viewed the films, and then we gave them our votes, picked our top ones, and then collated our voting to create a short list of 8 films. And from those 8 films, we chose the winners. And winners is a strange word, isn't it? Because there were so many worthy films this year. I think we really enjoyed ourselves. Thankfully, our jury were pretty much of a mind. There were one or 2 films, but you know, when you get down to 8, it really does get tough. But we chose 2 films. As our runner-up film, we chose Bolt Connection, innovative, clever filmmaking, and as our first film, The Wonderful Gravity, and it's exactly that. There's some wonderful pieces in it, and not least of which the use of gravity. So they were worthy winners, but we want to say thank you on behalf of the jury. We want to thank everybody who came forward, submitted their films. We want to thank everyone at the Academy of Film and at the Global University Film Awards for making this happen. Here am I speaking to you, unfortunately not from Hong Kong, but I have put my tuxedo on. I'm in my garden. I'm actually in London at the moment, sending you this message of congratulations and thanks. And despite everything, isn't it wonderful that we can still have these awards, albeit not being together in person. But next year, I hope we will all be together in person, and I look forward to some fantastic more submissions, and I hope that once again I'll be involved in the jury selection. So thank you all very much. Congratulations to the winners. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Hi everyone, my name is Charline Parisot. I'm one of the 6 directors of No Gravity.
My name is Maud Lemaitre Blanchard, and I'm another one of the 6 co-directors of No Gravity.
Hi everyone, I'm Jérémy Cissé, one of the 6 directors on No Gravity.
First of all, thank you so much to the jury of the festival for giving our little short the jury award. It really means the world to us, and we're really sorry you could not be there with you guys to accept the award. So No Gravity is our graduation short film that we made in Superfocom Rubica in France, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed making it. And on behalf of all of us, thank you again.
So, as Charline said, No Gravity is our graduation movie we made during our 5th year at Superfocom Rubica, our animation school in the north of France. The education there was 5 years, and we learned and practiced every steps of production in animation. As the movie team was just us 6 plus a composer for the music, we all had our specialty in the different steps of production. So we could split the huge amount of work, which is an animation movie, between us 6. Making a film with 6 co-directors was a very enriching experience, and it learned us a lot about team working. It also learned us to be in the role of directors and artists at the same time on the same project. So we had to confront our very different artistic sensibilities and inspiration, which led to the film you saw. Concerning the main film inspiration, the original idea came to Charline because her parents are in the army and she had to move a lot and change her country quite often. So it was a lot of new environments and she had to get used to it every time. It is the same for Oscar, our main character, who has to give up the environment he knows the best, which is space for us. The city of the movie was very inspired by Hong Kong, where Charlene made an internship about 3 years ago. When she showed us the pictures of your beautiful city, we all agreed that all those huge surreal buildings were a very strong environment visually, and we chose it as a reference, especially for the last sequence in the swimming pool, where Oscar, the main character, finally reconnects with us.
The main challenge in this movie was to actually create the whole story in a very short amount of time. Like, our main inspiration was Lost in Translation, and it's a quite long movie who take his time to tell the story about these two characters, and we need to condense everything in 7 or 8 minutes, which is quite hard. This is why we worked a lot on the composition of every shot of the movie, to be able to focus on the characters and their feelings. It wasn't an easy piece, because we've made a lot of different versions of this movie before getting to the one you just saw. When we have done our first version of the movie, we restarted everything from scratch to get closer to something that we wanted to say, closer to the emotions and the pace that we wanted to give to this movie. In this process, we learned how to cut everything that wasn't necessary for the movie, and in order to focus on what is important in it, and to offer a simple story, but who is talking about complex feelings. We are very proud of our work, and we are really glad that you liked it. Thanks again for the award, it's amazing, it means a lot for us, and we are sorry we can't be here with you all, but wish you to see you soon in another festival, in the next one, and wish you the best and stay safe.
Flora, I've got a question for you. What makes a good director?
Well, I just started out as a director, so I can't entirely draw from my own experience, but I can share a learning experience I had when I was a reporter back in the 90s. I went to a press junket in Texas in the United States for the film Apollo 13, and I got the opportunity to interview director Ron Howard, who everyone knows is one of Hollywood's most prolific, most prestigious, and I would add, humble directors. So throughout the conversation, I got the idea from him that to be a good director, everything falls on your state of mind. So you have to be able to center yourself in the appropriate state of mind, because this will give the director the capacity to congeal all of the artistic and technical elements together to form the story of a film that he wants to tell, but in a way that will give enough space for the audience to form their own vision of the given.
Oh, that was very, very insightful. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
We'd now like to introduce our presenters for the award of Best Director.
It's an absolute joy for me to introduce Johnnie To and Sylvia Chang. Johnnie To is an auteur recognized around the world. He is revered for being in iconic Hong Kong action films as much as he is respected for his artistic versatility in creating films of a range of genres, oftentimes probing into the human condition and humanity. He continues to nurture the city's young film talents through the Fresh Wave International Short Film Festival, which he founded, a competition which opens the door to young film talents to showcase their work on the world stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnnie To and Sylvia Chang.
Hello everybody.
大家晚安。
Good evening.
杜生話我哋唔好講太多嘢喎。
Yeah. Johnny said that we better not, talk too much.
應該將個舞台呢交俾呢個今日嘅入圍者同埋得獎者。
Yeah, we should just return the stage to the winners and the nominees.
所以我哋而家嚟睇下我哋入圍者嗰啲。
Yeah, so let's take a look at the movies.
Best Director.
Matthew?
Ethio. Lebanon. Lebanese University, Jean-Pierre Adeyem. Chrysala, Belgium, Lucas School of Arts, June Laka. Prelude, Germany, University of Television and Film, Munich, Diego Oliver. Shadows in a Frame, Lebanon, Lebanese University, Ali Barakat. Slaughter, Iran, University of Applied Science and Technology, Art and Culture of Sanandaj. Saman Hosampour, Akasan Karami.
فریاد! فریاد!
شوق قاسم
ما كلمة
يعني شو ما كلمة
The Last Children in Paradise, Germany, University of Television and Film, Munich, Anna Roller. Touch, South Korea, Korea National University of Arts, Mi Ji Lee.
언니, 나도 같이 놀래? 나도 춤 잘 춰. 야, 시끄럽게 왜 그래?
Within Me, Poland, Gdynia Film School, Maria Wider.
Proszę się położyć.
Okay, the winner goes to the best director. This is a challenge, okay? Yep. I better get it right. Slaughter, Saman Hosinpour, and Akko Zant Karimi.
Hello everyone, I am Saman Hosseinpour. I'm here with my brother Akozent Karimi. We are the directors of Slaughter.
سلام دەکەم لە خدمەتتانە ئومیدوارم هانە هەر کەنێکا سلامت بن لە تەرەف خۆم توام ناڵدل فیلم کۆتای زبخە و تەشەکۆرتان لێکەم مەخسوسن هەیەتی مختەرەمی داوەران کە زەحمەتیان کێشاوام فیلمیانە شایستەیەم جایزە گەورەتی.
Slaughter was our first film, and when we made this film, we never thought of receiving this kind of awards, this kind of big awards. So it's a great honor for us, and we are very happy about it. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you very much to the festival team, to the jury. It was a great honor for us. Thank you very much.
من أشكان سعيد بنام دسيار بنام رزقكم كوتاي زب يك مسألة هنوزي شهر على في المدوية وشان صاروا بجزرية غلا في البداري في كوتاي زب أو أبوكا شان روج آخر الزبط إما كان بغفارت وأو غفار هلو كرس سندروم جانيا لأنه في المكان ومجبور بني أو بنيري نو بو ماليته ونما نتاني نجح داري بين لبر خاطر جيب ورقي خمان چون شرایط فرخاست نو و مسئولیت اللي بهاي من أبو وزماني كأم تاني راضي بكم وقانعي بكم كسر استحنا تركات أو فرم عزيت هو لما بدو چون فروا بس يجروبو وهنوزي جبان دم ما قصوا كأيكاش من تاني شرایط ويا أو يجمن هند لا خمان ولا يجروبو دامني.
Our film is a folk film. We are Kurdish filmmakers and we want to try to tell the story of Kurdish people. And I think it's very important because it inspires us and it makes you different than other filmmakers. And making film about your people, I think it's a kind of goal for us. And in Slaughter we tried to tell the story of a Kurdish family.
مهمترین اصل در فیلمسازی با من شناخته لسر موضوعی که کاری که لسر فرهنگ زوان و ملیتی که کاری که من به عنوان یک دانه کرد ایرانی فراتر تماما مثل سر فیلمگلی کار کم که شناخت مثل سری فیلمگلی کردی و هر امر موجب اوابد که فیلم کام باورپذیر به و مخاطب فراتر جذب کرد و بتوان موفقیت کل فراتر به دست بیاره.
Congratulations to our awards recipients so far, and thank you to Mr. Benz and Dr. Kovacic. We have presented the first 5 awards of the evening, and I think, Chris, we deserve a moment to relax. What do you think? Okay, we're delighted to have with us a group of very professional dance students from Hong Kong Academy of Performing Arts School of Dance.
The performance named Drum is choreographed by Yu Pik Im. Taking a look at an excerpt from Drum, ladies and gentlemen. Drum is a symbol of spirit. Dance is an expression of power. The past and present both are the inheritance of culture. Spiritual fit following the path.
And the key words are spirit and power, 2 things we're overflowing with tonight. Please welcome HKAPA's School of Dance performing for us, Drum. And that was a fabulous performance by HKAP's School of Dance. Could we give them another round of applause, please? Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chris, are you ready to continue with the awards presentation?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We still have a lot of brilliant student works awaiting. The next award is Best Experimental Film and 2 special mentions for the category of experimental film. These films depart from conventional filmmaking and open many possibilities in producing new styles of films, arousing the attention and curiosity of many film watchers.
Our presenters for the category of experimental film are Professor Michael Bray and Ms. Vinci Chuck. Professor Bray is originally from London and is a professor of practice at the Academy of Film at Hong Kong Baptist University. He is also the director of the Bachelor of Fine Arts Honors in Acting for the Global Screen Program. Not only is he an experienced educator in acting, but he himself is also a seasoned actor and also a stage and film director.
Ms. Chuck is a prolific creative writer in Hong Kong. She's one of the best-selling authors in the city and a media personality well known for her creative influence on young people. You've got to watch her live show if you have the chance. Or you can check out Netflix for her brilliant work. Without further ado, let's welcome our 2 award presenters.
And the award for Best Experimental Film goes...
Wait, Michael. Are we jumping right into announce the award?
Why not? Don't worry, I'm just experimenting with a new way of presenting awards.
Very convincing, huh?
Some people say the reason to experiment on film is because conventional films have the same frame of reference, the same structure, the same emotional load. They may be lonely on the road to creation, these experimental filmmakers, but arguably they're going to have the greatest impact on the audience.
Yes, I'm thinking Louis Buñuel, Enchant Andalou, Mashes of the Afternoon by Maya Deren, and Andy Warhol's Empire, and Eraserhead by David Lynch. And these experimental filmmakers started their work back in the 1920s. I think that tells us a lot. At least it tells us that there will always be new things around, regardless time and space for us to discover. Now, Michael, do you think in such an era of uncertainty and chaos, we actually need creatives to push the boundary more and more?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think we often see constraints on freedom as external, but we neglect the possibility that it might be us who are creating the rules. So, be inventive, be bold, be courageous, be furious.
Yes, do not fear. Now let's take a look at the nominees of the Best Experimental Film category.
Experimental Film. A Dialogue with Cyberspace. Belgium. Royal Institute for Theatre, Cinema and Sound. Brian Dan Hartog.
Without it, they have to choose an own direction. A choice that would make them vulnerable.
Bird. United Kingdom. Royal College of Art. Wu Ching Chen. Deja Vu, Canada, York University. Altiva Haidt Morissa.
Have you seen my imaginary creatures book?
No. هكذا جمهرة خواري وانجلي باقش كليش ماكينة دارخنا ورا. بلي داي. باش. ام بركلي جاني نكو ام بقر مولاتي خوان.
Gulf, South Africa, AFDA Cape Town, Walter Msangi. Mirrors and the Message, Switzerland. Head, Geneva. Marine Lavis. Misumoto, France. L'œuvre noire, Pierre Posa. MOWB, Japan, Tokyo University of the Arts, Kazuki Yuhara. The stories we tell ourselves. United States. New Jersey City University. Bell Kropchak.
I was about 5 months away from 15 when I first cut myself. I used an orange X-Acto box cutter. You probably saw it while we were in class once. It was a box cutter that would extend, and then when one was dull, you could easily snap it off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have two special mentions of experimental short film. The first one goes to
Let me take a look. Because there are two envelopes, and indeed I mixed them up.
We like to keep the tension mounted.
I get a special mention of experimental film. The first one goes to Mitsumoto by Pierre Pose and Le François, France.
And the second one goes to
Déjà Vu, Ateva Gadamorisa by York University, Canada. Okay, moving to the next award, Best Experimental Film.
Ladies and gentlemen, Best Experimental Short Film goes to
A Dialogue with Cyberspace, Brian Den Hartog, Royal Institute for Theatre, Cinema and Sound, Belgium.
In a body that knows a past, you feel how time passes by.
This is the final statement by the Jury Experimental Film 2020. The jury consisted of Valentin Hitz, Yuki Kito, Feng Peng, Jean Perret, and Siegfried Zielinski. As the best film in the category Experimental Film, the jury awards 2020 A Dialogue with Cyberspace which has been directed by Brian Den Hartog at the Belgian Institute of Theatre, Cinema and Sound. The film is a short, concise essay on the relationship between calculated programmed worlds and biological living bodies. Based on the natural choreography of swarms of birds, the essay tells the story of the human body's approach to the machine from various perspectives. At the center are dancers interacting intensively with each other, and an extremely irritating scenario in which residents of an old people's and nursing home who are bound to wheelchairs are animated by a robot to perform gymnastics. Naturally, nervous systems merge with artificial digital networks. The film ends with a disturbing statement. We disappear in a body that we will never comprehend. With special mention, the jury awards 2 films that are very different in every respect: aesthetic, ethical, dramaturgical, political. The Canadian contribution Déjà Vu by the Iranian director Atefe Kademolreza tells in one single impressive black and white sequence about the departure of a Kurdish family from Canada to their homeland in Iraq. The soundtrack is organized into an endless loop. The absurdly trivial activities of the protagonists, packing suitcases, telephoning, smoking, searching, are filmed from different perspectives. The family will never arrive in Kurdistan. Mitsumoto is a bizarre cinematic plea for the elixir of life, namely water. In a kind of futuristic, absurd comedy, Pierre Pors stages the everyday life of some decadent young people between party, shisha smoking, electric guitar music, singing, masquerade, and gender performances, and their rebellion against the established power of the administration into a post-human emptiness. The film, produced at Studio Le Fresnois by Alain Fleischer, is characterized by a high production value. I wish you a good party in Hong Kong. Goodbye.
Hello all, my name is Brian. I'm the director of A Dialogue with Cyberspace, and I would like to thank the festival so much for inviting the film and for awarding us the award for Best Experimental. I would also like to thank all the dancers, the crew, cinematographer Bart, editor Lawrence and sound designer Farrell so much for all their hard work for the film, and also all the teachers of my school that were involved. In our school we had different departments, so next to directing there was also a department for sound, one for editing and one for cinematography. And for me, the experience I learned the most from was the collaboration with those students and really take a project to a higher level. I would also say that it was quite a challenge to translate this virtual point of view into a film. How did the world of this avatar sound like? How did one image from his perspective move to another? To put this all together, to have this really poetic filmic experience.
By opposing images of, say, human eyes or human limbs, by opposing those images to the digital entity and the implementation of this digital realm, and by eventually bringing them together in the same image, we aim to create a kind of cinematic experience of the collision of these very different creatures.
I know, and I know, but I don't know how it is to feel.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a real feast for the senses. Next, we have for you a spectacular music performance.
Yes, this is the perfect time to have a fantastic music performance by Dr. Robert Ellis Geiger, Associate Professor of Practice in Music and Sound at the Academy of Film, Hong Kong Baptist University. Dr. Ellis Geiger is not only a superb performer, but he's also a film composer, nominated twice for Best Film Score at the Hong Kong Golden Bohemia Film Awards.
And what's more, he's much revered for his mastery of incorporating top technologies with his innovative music productions. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Robert Ellis Geiger performing for us The Awakening.
Thank you so much for the brilliant performance, Dr. Alice Geiger. Thank you so much. Flora.
Yes.
It is time to announce the award for the category of Asian Narrative, which includes Best Asian Narrative plus 2 special mentions.
Okay. Asian narratives tell deeply personal stories about the Asian people. These films share themes, topics, and phenomena which capture and exemplify the cultures and values that are unique to the Asian experience, offering insight about how we can make sense of them.
And who is more appropriate to present this award than 2 people who take the Asian experience to heart? Professor Roland Chin and Director An Hui. Professor Chin is the president of Hong Kong Baptist University and the founder of GUFA. Without his vision, we would not be here tonight.
Director An Hui holds the distinction of being the only director to have garnered the Best Director at the Hong Kong Film Awards an impressive 6 times. She has definitely earned herself the reputation of being one of the best directors in Asia. And just this past summer, at the 77th Venice International Film Festival, they honored her with the Golden Lion for Lifetime Achievement. We are enormously honored to welcome Professor Roland Chin and Director An Hui.
Hi, Anne. Hello. It's so nice to share the stage with you. I'm your big fan.
Oh, thank you.
And again, congratulations again on your Golden Lion Award. Great achievement.
Thank you, Professor Chin.
How do you transfer your whole the world of experience to the young filmmaker, especially to our students?
I don't know. I'll try.
Okay. You're welcome to come visit our Academy of Film anytime.
Yes, thank you.
And hope you can enlighten our students so that they can learn from you.
I hope I won't fall down again.
Okay. Any word of wisdom for young filmmakers around the world?
It's too long. Maybe they can call me up. I'll leave my number.
Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at nominees of the Asian narrative category.
Asian narrative. Adam, Singapore. Nanyang Technological University School of Art, Design and Media. Shou Ki Lin. Atheo, Lebanon. Lebanese University. Jean-Pierre Adéa. Going home, Moli. Indonesia. Indonesia Institute of the Arts, Surakarta. Dimas Duid Dwarhana. Neglected. South Korea. Samyang University. Dongki Yun.
내가 나온 것도 되었어.
Shadows in a Frame, Lebanon, Lebanese University, Ali Barakat. Slaughter, Iran, University of Applied Science and Technology, Art and Culture of Sanandaj. Saman Hosampour, Akos and Karami. The Other Side, Taiwan, Taipei National University of the Arts, Pei Yi Li. Touch, South Korea, Korea National University of Arts, Mi Ji Lee.
그건 애들이나 신는 거야. 우리 엄마가 그러던데 쟤네 엄마 때문이세요. 왜? 알려줘? 현지야! 얘들아 가지 말고 현지랑 놀아줘.
Ladies and gentlemen, since all the adjudicators of the panel thought very highly of most of the nominated films this year, we have two special mentions of Best Asian Narrative.
The first special mention of Best Asian Narratives goes to Shadows in a Frame, Lebanese University, Lebanon.
The second special mention of Best Asian Narrative goes to The Other Side, Li Pei Yi, Taipei National University of the Arts.
The Best Asian Narratives, the awards goes to Slaughter, University of Applied Science and Technology, Arts and Culture of Senator.
خد معك مذاكرة يلا.
It is my honor to announce the films selected in the Best Asian Narrative category. It includes the winner and two deserving of special recognition. The film Slaughter from Iran has been chosen as the Best Asian Narrative for its well-crafted story, skillful pacing, and character development, as well as excellent art direction. The film Shadows in a Frame from Lebanon is given special recognition for its use of cinematic techniques to create a lyrical visual poem. The film The Other Side from Taiwan is recognized for its excellent production values as well as the subject matter, which offers a window into a side of Taiwanese society rarely portrayed on the screen. On behalf of the jury, I want to extend my sincere congratulations to the teams that created these excellent films.
Hello, my name is Saman Husseinpour, one of the director of Slaughter.
سلام عرض دارم لخدمتتان من عکوزن کمین داین کارگردانی فیلم کوتاه ذبح.
It's a great honor for us receiving this big award, Best Asian Short Film.
گرکم بوله طرفت كمان وعوامل فيلم كوتايز بحول السميم قلب وتشكركم لهيئة محترمة داوركان ومخاطبين هم چشماره بابت هم جايزة چون بنهاية بوهم عزيز ومحترم ومهمة.
We wanted to say a big thank you to the festival team, to the jury. It was a great honor participating in this great festival. I wish we could join you next year.
مسئله که بومن مهمه لتحصیلات اکادمیک دانشگاهی اوسه که به صورت جامعه اشتراکی اندیشه دانشجویان به یک کوشش روی واتوان لیکترین استفاده کن. به صورت مثال اما اوینین هر شاخص درسی تعداد دانشجو که هدف مشترک است جال مسائلی که لطریق دانشگاه به صورت علمی دریافت کن خوانگین به خلاقیت و نگاه شخصی که اما مهمترین مسئله که لدانشگاه به وجود
I was here in this film school for almost 5 years, and as you can see, it's a very small university. I think the education in here was not very helpful for me or for Akko. I mean, it's not like those big universities in the capital of a country, as you know. But I think the atmosphere that we had here was very great because we found friends and we found good filmmakers to make film together. This place was the place that we decided, me and Akko decided to make Slaughter together. And I think this is a very important part of a film school, to find friends, to find other filmmakers to work together and to make films.
فیلمی کۆتای الذبح على الرغم ئەوەی کە لە شرایطێکی سەختی ئیقلیمیە لە شرایطێک دوور لە ئیمکاناتی ڕفاهی و شەهریە دروستکریا مەسائل بە جەزابێتای خاصی خۆی بوو و کارکردن لەگەڵ گروهێکی فعال جوان پویا و خەلاق تەجروبێکی زۆر خۆشایەند بوو بۆ من و هەمیشە وەک یادەوەری و وەک خاترەیەکی زۆر خۆشایەند بیر مەکەوێتەوە لە مەجامع باسیەکەم قەتعاً ئەو خولوسە و ئەو سەفا و سەداقەتە کە لەم گروهە و لە بینیەم جوانە هۆنەرمەندانە هەیە لە فیلمەکەشە ڕەنگدانەوەی بوو وەتوانی موافقەتایەکی باشی بێت هیوادارم هەمیشە سەرکەوتوو و موافق بێت.
The nominees for Asian narrative film are all brilliant. Now is a job for the judges, don't you think?
Yes, I'm sure. After the awards for Asian narrative, we move on to the next category, which is narrative.
Flora, I've got another question for you, if you don't mind. What do you think are the key elements of a good narrative film?
Well, the key to a good narrative film is whether it has the power to arouse and to maintain the interest level of the audience every step of the way. So, can the film sustain its grip and keep infusing a level of excitement like pain, joy, romance, etc., so that audience will want to tread alongside the characters and story to peel back the emotional and psychological truths every step of the way.
I agree. Let's now take a look at the marvelous student productions for the narrative film. Our presenters are Dr. Chin Yang-ki and actress Chriselle Kunsung-hee. Dr. Chang is a distinguished civil and structural engineer. He is the former chairman of the Council and Court of Hong Kong Baptist University. Also, ex officio, member of the Board of Governors of the Hong Kong Baptist University Foundation, who has granted his wholehearted support to Global University Film Awards.
Ms. Chriselle Kunsung-hee is from the Philippines. She won the Best New Performer and was nominated for the Best Actress at last year's 38th Hong Kong Film Awards for her spectacular performance in the Hong Kong film Still Human, directed by our Academy of Film alumnus, Ms. Oliver Chan. Please join us in welcoming our award presenters.
Hello, Crystal.
Hello.
Yes. Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Why do we need stories?
Well, stories tell us who we are and where we're at. And the second question, why do we need films?
Well, films teach us how to tell stories.
But people complain that films are very difficult to make. So how do we get films made?
Well, you know what they say, he, or shall I say she? She who has a why can endure anyhow. Am I right? All right. So, to celebrate those that have best overcome the question of how in this category, let's take a look at the nominees for narrative film.
Narrative. Adeline, France. ICAR, the International Film and Television School, Paris. Audrey Bish. I Am Not a Monster. Ireland. Dunleary Institute of Arts, Design and Technology. Grace Quilligan.
Caption.
Chrysalia, Belgium. Lucas School of Arts, June Laka.
Beren arnasak entzun ahal izango ditudala. Olatuen joan etorriarekin. Beraietaz, hitz egiten ez didan egunik ezago. Korala bezain txuriak eta arañegalariak bezain arinak direla dio.
Off-piste, Switzerland. Ecole University of Art and Design, Lausanne. Jules Projet. Prelude, Germany. University of Television and Film, Munich. Diego Oliver.
Konzentration, atmen. Tag 39.
Riga, Germany. Darmstadt University of Applied Science. Dennis Baumann. The Last Children in Paradise, Germany. University of Television and Film, Munich. Anna Roller.
Yeah.
Within Me, Poland. Gdynia Film School, Maria Wider.
Można to ściszyć? Mówię do pana.
Dawid.
Shall I give you the envelope?
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is the best narrative, the special mention.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. The first special mention of Best Narrative goes to Prelude by Diego Oliva from the University of Television and Film in Munich, Germany.
And the second film is Within Me, Maria Wajda, Glinia Film School, Poland. Would you like to announce
All right.
the winner?
All right. Moving on to the next award, Best Narrative. This award goes to The Last Children in Paradise by Anna Roller from the University of Television and Film in Munich, Germany.
Der Oma geht's gut. Theo. Theo, du hast nur getroffen. Gut. Theo, wo ist Ingrid?
Hello everyone, I'm Laurence Bagot. I'm talking to you from Paris, where I'm a producer in my own company called Narrative. I'm very honored to chair the jury of the narrative category. I would like first to mention the 8 shorts which were finalists because they were selected among thousands of others. Within Me by Maria Wajda, Prelude by Diego Oliva, The Last Children of Paradise by Anna Roller, Cresala by June Laka, Off-Piste by Jules Pourchet, Adeline by Audrey Biche, I'm Not a Monster by Grace Killigan, and Ria by Denis Bowman. All these shorts are remarkable, and we had long debates with the jury member about the quality of the script, the amazing photography, the great use of music, the outstanding performance of the actors. And our selection was not an easy one, so we decided to give 3 prizes instead of 2. I'm very pleased to give 2 special mentions. One is for Prelude by Diego Oliva, and the other is for Within Me by Maria Wajda. We all loved the beautiful black and white photography of Prelude, and we were amazed that Diego was only 21 years old when he shot this film. Within Me by Maria Wajda broke our heart. The script is the story of an abortion. It is subtle and surprising, and the film is beautifully directed. According to us, there was one short which was above all the others, and I'm very happy to give the prize of the best narrative to The Last Children in Paradise by Anna Roller. This is a profound short directed as if Anna was already a professional filmmaker. Congratulations, Anna. I wish to all of you a great career, and I'm sure of one thing, the future of the industry is here, and it is an exciting future. See you next year, and thank you for everything.
Hi, I'm Anas.
And I'm Adrian, and we're the producers of The Last Children in Paradise.
My name is Leah Drinda, and I had the honors of portraying the role of Leah.
And I'm Anna Roller, the director of the film. Thank you so much, Global University Film Awards, for awarding our film with Best Narrative. Since we can't be there with you for a Q&A, we thought we would show you a little bit behind the scenes material of our shooting.
We started the project with the location tour because the house plays such an important role in the movie. Felix Pflieger, the cinematographer, Lena and Luisa from the art department, and Manos and Adrian who produced the film. I think we looked at least at 30 houses, but in the end we found this mysterious watermill which was literally in the middle of nowhere. As the indoor location we used a small abandoned house in the middle of a village. The problem was that it was next to a really noisy street, so it was a nightmare for the sound department. We cast Lea Drinder as the main character, Moritz Licht as her little brother, and Doris Buchrucker as their grandmother. What I really liked about the two kids is that they both have a very natural and intuitive way to act, but they were also clever enough to talk about the characters in a psychological way.
I could not be more grateful for this having been my first project, since it was simply incredibly careful and comfortable and sensitive environment to be in.
It's been 2 years now since we finished the film, but we still love to think back of the time that we spent there together. It was very exciting, very intense, but we all grew to be a family.
We're really happy that you liked the movie and hopefully see you all another time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Let me ask you, Flora, how important is music for a film?
Music is an inseparable part of a film and a vital part of storytelling. So yes, most films will be lost without the emotional service of music or even song for that matter.
Just like tonight's celebration would not be complete without music and song to keep our torch of support burning.
Next, we'd like to invite Miss Becky Lee. Becky is an alumna of the Department of Music at the Hong Kong Baptist University. Her passion in music started at the age of 6, and she has since then unveiled her creative talents as a recording artist, a performer, an actress, and also a music teacher. We are so delighted to welcome Ms. Becky Lee performing for us 2 lovely pieces, You'll Never Walk Alone and Always Remember Me This Way.
Becky is going to perform with 3 talented musicians. They are graduate from Hong Kong Baptist University. They are Chang Cho-ying, the pianist, Lo Kwok-hin, the violinist, and Wong Hei-chit, the cellist. Let's welcome them.
Storm, hold your head high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of her storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on It's a golden sky and the sweet silver song of our Lord. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you never walk
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome. Please come over, my talented musicians. Thank you so much. On piano, Jenny. On violin, Hin. And also on cello, Chit. Please give a big hand. Thank you so much. And at the same time, I have to thank, a special thank you for our professor, Hong Kong Baptist University Music Department, Professor Austin Ip. Please give a big hand. He's a great arranger and also a violinist himself, and he gave us a very, very, very big support. And apart from that, I have to also take this opportunity to thank another person, my beloved sister in Christ, and she's the arranger of the next song, Always Remember Us This Way, and I hope you like it. Of course, to make tonight possible, we have to thank our production team, so can I have a big hand for WellFit Production Limited and our director, Connie. Thank you so much. So thank you, musicians, for playing with me. Great job. Thanks.
Stars in the sky, burning in your eyes. You look at me and babe, I wanna catch on fire. It's burning in my soul like California gold. You found the light in me that I couldn't find. So when I'm all choked up but I can't find the words, every time you say goodbye, baby, it hurts. When the sun goes down and the band will play, I'll always remember us this way. Love is in the night, poets trying to rhyme. We don't know how to rhyme, but then we try. And all I need to know, it's where I wanna go. The part of me is you will never this way. Oh yeah, I don't wanna be just a memory, baby. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh. So when I'm all choked up and I can't find the love, every time we say goodbye, baby, it hurts. When the sun goes down and the band won't play, I'll always remember us this way. Whoa, yeah, when you look at me and the whole world fades, I'll always remember us this way.
Thank you so much, Becky. That was lovely. How are you?
Great, thank you.
You look
Nice seeing you
beautiful.
again. Thank you, you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And nearing the end of our awards presentation, we're excited to present to you the final two awards of the evening.
First, the award for HKBU Academy of Film's Choice.
Chris, I'm wondering, what is the vision behind the Academy of Film's choice?
Well, this award is intended to connect film students globally and to demonstrate quality film education in the Hong Kong environment. It is not just tailor-made for Baptist University's film students, but is open to all university students in Hong Kong.
I see. And what's more, Hong Kong Baptist University, as the host of tonight's international event, hopes to introduce local youngsters' perspectives to the world stage, promoting better mutual understanding among their peers.
Ladies and gentlemen, our presenters for the HKBU Academy of Film's Choice are Professor Eva Men and Professor Lee Do-ming. Professor Men is the director of the Academy of Film and chair professor in Humanities of Hong Kong Baptist University. She is the driving force and chief engineer behind GUFA, and we thank her for her passion in once again leading yet another GUFA.
Professor Lee Do-ming is the director of the MFA program at the Academy of Film of the Hong Kong Baptist University and the adjudication chair of the HKBU Academy of Film's Choice category. It gives me great pleasure to welcome Professor Man and Professor Lee.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to present the HKBU Academy of Film's Choice. So, Professor Lee, a quick question for you. Why do we set up this choice?
Since GUFA was established by the Hong Kong Baptist University, it is only nature that we establish an award to honor and recognize the student works from university in Hong Kong. That's why we have this HKBU Academy of Film's Choice.
Yeah, great. The answer actually is for Professor Chin, because President Roland Chin always asks me, beware of this choice. Don't try to make it like we are promoting our own students. So I'm quite sure that you have done a very fair job.
Of course we do, and we come from those 8 films that's been selected.
Yes.
Not all of them are from HKBU, but of course HKBU has many films.
Let's see the nominees.
Hong Kong Baptist University, Academy of Film's Choice. Chen, Hong Kong, Hong Kong Baptist University, Cargo Chan.
刘朝祥，啊，范冰冰，章子怡，刘亦菲，哦，拢美啊，真要紧嘛。
Kin's Hair, Hong Kong, the Open University of Hong Kong, Cheng Kun Chung, Wang Si-yin, Chen Si-wen. Middle of nowhere. Hong Kong, Hong Kong Baptist University, Shem Kuang Yin. Not in the right mood. Hong Kong, Hong Kong Baptist University, Li Hong Yin.
到時先講啦。水啊！行開啦！得啦，你等陣，我等咗好耐啦。
Rise from the tide. Hong Kong, Hong Kong Baptist University, Ming Shan Su, Liao Yang. The best is yet to come. Hong Kong, Hong Kong Baptist University, Qiaojiang.
真羡慕你，每天可以上来这么好的地方，想干嘛就干嘛。
财大，还不是被高楼围着。
The last coal men. Hong Kong, Hong Kong Baptist University, Johnnie To.
有本事，知道就够好的做手啊，知道。
哎呀，这不行，这个少子学不行，对吧？
还跟着说了，还不喊？
哎呀，这个是，哎呀。
The smoke that blinds us. Hong Kong, the Hong Kong Academy for Performing Arts, Lai Yu Men.
Right. So we do have institutions from different types of school in Hong Kong, and we have HKAPA, and we also have Open University. We have HKBU, of course, because we force our students to attend and participate. So do you have a hard time choosing or making your choice?
Yes, certainly, because we have so many different educators, and each educator has his or her own choice for the best. And so we do have to argue for each one's best choices. And finally, we're able to come down to 3, but we can have only one best awards. And so after a little bit of debate and negotiations, finally we choose one. But the other 2, we think they are still worthy of being recognized. That's why we have 2 special mention awards.
Yes, but I know that all submissions have to be adjudicated against their creativity, originality, performance, storytelling, and cinematography, etc., etc. So I can't wait to check whether some of our acquaintance had got the award. Let me see. Let's start with the Hong Kong BU Academy of Film's Choice Special Mention. The first one is The Best Is Yet to Come by Linda Xiao.
Yes.
And fortunately, we have the director to be with us tonight, and it is the only entry we have the director here. So Linda, please. I also have the second special mention here. I think, it is from Anson Sham Samguan Yin, Middle of Nowhere, Hong Kong Baptist University. Anson, are you here? Wow, you look different after graduation. What happened?
And for HKBU Academy of Film's Choice, the winner goes to Chen Chen, Cargo Chang.
This is a beautiful story. The director is not with us, but he has his words.
干个骗！够假摔够假摔哦！
大家好，很高兴有这个机会来跟大家介绍一下这一次香港浸会大学的这个香港学生特别推荐奖。那这一次入围的有8部影片，这8部影片其实都非常非常的优秀。作为评审团的成员，我们其实是经过非常激烈的讨论，最后在很艰难的一个情况下，最后决定了把这个奖颁给晨晨这部影片。晨晨这部影片就无论是剧本也好，表演也好，各方面其实都非常的特殊。我们其实评审们都非常的喜欢。当然，这部片子最特别的地方还是它的题材，以及它的表演是由这个真正的身障的这个人，他是一个素人来演出，那表演的非常非常的好，然后跟演员一起搭配，非常的成功，所以得到评审们的青睐。那这一次另外我们大家经过讨论的结果呢，也决定颁给2部影片特别表扬奖 （Special Mention）。这2部影片分别是《The Best Is Yet to Come》还有《The Middle of Nowhere》。那《The Best Is Yet to Come》基本上是一部非常难得在摄影、表演各方面其实都非常整齐的一部片子。虽然导演本身其实他在电影学习的这个过程里面，其实时间并不是很长，可是能够有这样子非常优异的这个表现，表现出这个青春期的这个女孩子们她们的一些烦恼等等这些其实是蛮能打动观众的。那另外就是Middle of Nowhere 这部片子非常特别的是，它其实是取材自舞台剧的一个背景。那在影片里面，舞台剧其实扮演非常重要的一个成分。可是导演 虽然是要处理舞台剧，可是他能够把这个舞台跟电影这两个元素能够混合的相当的令人眼睛一亮，好，非常的难得，这也是为什么我们认为这部片子值得给他特别表扬的地方。那希望所有的得奖的以及没有入围但是没有得奖的所有这些同学们，大家都能够再接再厉，在电影的这个路上能够越走得越顺利，将来我们期待再看到大家更优异的表现。谢谢。
Hi guys, I'm Chang, the director of Chang, which is my thesis film from Hong Kong Baptist University. Thank you, GUFA, for giving me this award. I would like to thank every member of the jury. It's such a great honor to me. My 3-year study in Academy of Film HKBU had really helped me a lot. What has benefited me the most is the script writing class, from which I realized the importance of script and learned how to tell a good story. The Academy will also invite many big figures in the film industry to give us lectures, such as Anthony Chang. I learned a lot from him for making a short film. Here I want to thank my teachers, especially Professor Li Daoming, Derek Wayne, and all the other respectable teachers who have inspired me. Thank you for supporting me over the past 3 years. Thank you for guiding me to not only complete this film, but also take a firm step further on my filmmaking career path. This film was shot in my hometown, Amoy, aka Xiamen, which is the southern coastal city of China. Xiamen has a strong artistic atmosphere, and Xiamen people are chill and warm. These breaths of life deeply affect me. By the way, the main language of this film is Minnan dialect, which is my mother tongue. And due to the history and geography nature of the city, the culture and environment of Xiamen is very similar to that of Taiwan, so I've been influenced by Taiwanese music and movies since I was a child.
Hi, I'm Edson Chen Yanting. I'm the leading actor of short film Chen Chen. I hope you enjoy the film and love my acting. While I was working with the director Cargo, we discussed a lot about the difference of Minnanese between Taiwan and Xiamen. That's how we worked really hard on the accent. I spent around 2 weeks in his family to correct my accent. That's a really great experience for me to get involved into a character. Thank you.
Here I would like to share an anecdote from the film. There is a brothel scene in the film. After we set the scene, a passerby thought it was a real brothel, and he even came over and asked us, "When is it open?" That's really funny. Finally, I know GUFA has been through a hard time due to many matters in Hong Kong. Therefore, I sincerely hope GUFA will go smoothly under this tough situation. And Hong Kong Baptist University Academy of Film, as well as GUFA, will become better and better. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to tonight's final award, the one and only, the Gold Award. The special winner of the Gold Award has displayed outstanding achievement in every aspect of film, including script, acting, cinematography, directing, music, and editing. And the presenters are Alan Zeman and Nansun Chi. Dr. Zeman, chairman of Lan Kwai Fong Group, has been living in Hong Kong for over 40 years and is devoted to government and community work. Besides being a witty and artsy prominent leader in the business world, he is recognized as having a vision of creative Hong Kong.
Nansun Chi, one of the most influential Hong Kong film producers, has received numerous accolades and awards, including the Best Independent Producer Award at the Locarno International Film Festival 2014, the Golden Mulberry Life Achievement Award at the Udine East Film Festival 2015, and the Special Achievement Award at the Berlin International Film Festival 2017. We are so honored to have her as the chair jury of GUFA 2020. It's a joy to welcome Dr. Zeman and Nansun Chi.
evening. Hi, Alan.
Good to see you. Good to be back.
I've just heard you've lived in Hong Kong for over 40 years.
Actually, 50 years.
50 years,
lie.
all right.
50.
We're counting. So the past year must have been quite different from all of the other 50 years.
Well, if I have to think, the past year, 2020, has definitely been a very tough year. In fact, if I think about it, since we are at the Film Awards, I think it was more like a horror movie for 2020. And I'm hoping that the ending will be a happy ending. So
Yes.
that's for everybody's sake. And you know, it's all over the world, but yet there's so much talent. We can see so far there's been over 104 countries and 2,501 entries during this tough pandemic. And yet the creativity, just watching some of the clips while I was sitting here, there's so much creativity. And I really want to congratulate GUFA and Baptist University because I've watched them really start from a small little film school and expand over and over and over and get bigger and bigger and bigger. And the quality has gotten better and better. You know, this year, every day was like a film, waking up for everyone, and not just Hong Kong, but all over the world.
A film which you didn't know how this plot is going to develop, right?
Absolutely, but you know, it's one of those things that with life, every day is a movie for everyone. For me, anyways, everybody's life is a film. And so I think that at the end of the day, it's all about creativity, and everybody has creativity.
Good.
I don't believe people don't have creativity.
And I think it's also very encouraging to see that despite all these trials and tribulations, so many film students from around the world were able to submit their work to this festival. So shall we take a look at the list of nominees?
I guess so. That's why we're here, so we may as well do it.
Gold Award. Ethio, Lebanon, Lebanese University, Jean-Pierre Adéan. Chrysala, Belgium, Lucas School of Arts, June Laka. Prelude, Germany, University of Television and Film, Munich, Diego Oliver.
Weiter, du hattest es doch.
Wir ziehen das jetzt durch. Zusammen.
Shadows in a Frame, Lebanon, Lebanese University, Ali Barakat.
انت كيفك يا عمري؟ انت كيفك يا حياتي؟ منيحة؟
Slaughter, Iran, University of Applied Science and Technology, Art and Culture of Sanandaj, Saman Hosampour, Akasan Karami.
Ausa.
The Last Children in Paradise, Germany, University of Television and Film, Munich.
Ja, lass es.
Anna Roller.
Theo, komm jetzt einfach her. Nein. Du bist nicht die Oma.
Touch, South Korea, Korea National University of Arts, Mi Ji Lee.
수고하셨어요. 감사합니다. 더 고생하셨으니까.
아니에요. 그런 거 아니에요, 사모님. 오해하지 마세요. 아무 일 없었거든요.
Within Me, Poland, Gdynia Film School, Maria Wider.
Well, the exciting time, I guess, and the winner is...
The Gold Award goes to Touch, Lee Mi-ji, Korea National University of Arts, South Korea.
안녕하세요. 저는 영화 터치를 연출한 이미지 감독입니다. 우선 제 영화가 홍콩에서 상영을 하게 된 것만으로도 굉장히 기쁜 일인데 이렇게 큰 상까지 받게 돼서 제 영화가 전달하고자 하는 메시지가 홍콩에도 전달이 된 것 같아 굉장히 의미 있는 일이라 생각하고 있습니다. 터치는 제가 한국예술종합학교에서 재학을 하며 만든 영화인데요. 한국예술종합학교는 1993년도에 개교한 국가에서 지원을 하는 예술학교입니다. 영화, 연극, 음악, 미술, 무용 등 굉장히 다양한 예술학과들이 모여 있고요. 학교는 학생들이 다양한 창작 활동을 할 수 있도록 시설과 장비 등을 제공하고 있습니다. 한국예술종합학교의 동료들 그리고 외부의 스텝 배우들과 함께 일주일간 고생을 하며 작품을 만들었는데요. 이 자리를 빌어서 우리 스텝과 배우분들에게도 정말 감사하다는 인사를 꼭 전하고 싶습니다. 그리고 영화 터치를 본 관객 여러분들이 어려움을 처한 아이들과 앞을 보지 못해 불편을 겪는 분들에게 관심을 가질 수 있게 되길 바라봅니다. 코로나로 인해 이렇게 온라인으로밖에 인사를 드리지 못하지만 다시 한번 제 영화를 이렇게 초대해 주셔서 감사드리고요. 이 상을 다음 영화를 위한 큰 원동력으로 삼겠습니다. 감사드리고요. 모두 건강하세요.
All the awards have been presented, and we have come to the end of tonight's awards ceremony. Congratulations to all our winners.
Congratulations to all of our university students who have been recognized tonight for their hard work. But to the students who didn't walk home, what you do is really important, so please continue creating films that reflect the truest expressions of yourselves. Keep growing your artistry and talent, and let's keep learning from each other. Also, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank our student ambassadors for GUFA, Alan Lee and Tegan Malloy. There they are. Hi. From HKBU's new program, Bachelor of Fine Arts in Acting for Global Screen. Also, a huge thanks to HKBU's entire team of student helpers tonight for their heart and effort.
Before we bid farewell, ladies and gentlemen, we have prepared a special presentation session for our award presenters and officiating guests.
We now like to invite our officiating guests and our award presenters to come up to receive their very own mini version of GUFA trophies right there.
Okay, so may we invite Dr. Clement Chang. Professor Roland Chin, Ms. Chloe Shin, Ms. Lulu Chiu, Ms. Nansen Shi, Professor Huang Yu, Professor Eva Men, Professor Shu Sum Man, Mr. Cheng Yan Ki, Dr. Alan Zeman, Mr. Michael Chugani, Ms. Chriselle Kunsunhi, Ms. Chu Ho Ying, Professor Li Doming, Professor Michael Bray, Mr. Peter Bentz, Dr. Mateja Kovacic, Dr. Robert Ellis Geiger, Becky Lee, HKAPA School of Dance, and On Wind Ensemble.
Thank you so much to all of our GUFA award presenters, officiating guests, sponsors, organizers, GUFA participants, and the Academy of Film at the Hong Kong Baptist University. Let's mark the end of tonight's ceremony by raising your trophies. There you go. An edited version of tonight's event will be broadcasted on the free television channel 76, Hong Kong International Business Channel, on November 15th at 9 p.m. Please spread the word.
Remember, GUFA does not end here tonight. To continue the mission and the vision of GUFA to nurture the world of talented student filmmakers, 4 masterclasses have been organized for next year and will be delivered by a celebrated documentary maker from Switzerland, a media education pioneer from Germany, a film production master from Taiwan, and a film festival curator from Hong Kong. Also, we will call for submissions for the next GUFA very soon. Please do spread the word. Don't forget that the online screening is still available on our website until the 8th of November. Please grab your chance to view it over the weekend.
Before we go, we'd like to say to all student filmmakers, we know that making films is hard and the journey sometimes can be lonely. But in these unsettling times now more than ever, we need you to keep doing the stuff of dreams and hope, to share the message that anything is possible. So on behalf of the university and all of our wonderful guests, please keep up the great work. We've got your back.
We are so grateful that GUFA has brought us all together even when the world is facing its challenges. May we continue to watch each other's back and together build a safer and a better world. See you all next year at GUFA.
Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.
Good night.